I have no idea what I'm doing, but I found this recipe because I want to try some things with this restaurant matcha. And if it doesn't turn out, I may not even share it online. I may be recording for nothing. But I've separated 4 eggs. There's the yolks, and here's the whites. Okay, I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I have some cucumbers from my yard. There's a spoon rest for my husband's coffee. But I have some mascarpone cheese that is currently trying to get to warm temperature, room temperature. A couple of really classic old loaf tins. Yes, they look bad, but they work well. And I'm going to beat these egg whites until they are stiff. Now, what did you say? Wouldn't be a good recipe if it didn't have
20 different steps.
20 different steps. Okay, it said do it until they're soft peaks. I have no idea what soft peaks are, but it looks like it's peaking something. Ain't I a great cook? So I've had to translate these instructions. Now it said 80 milliliters, which powdered sugar weighs less than flour. So anyway, I've translated it, even though 80 milliliters on my things say it's a third of a cup. I've calculated it to be 3/4 of a cup. So I'm supposed to put in half of that. So doing this one-handed because I'm filming. I'm going to do that and about half, and I'm going to call this a great estimate. And then it says to turn it back on and do it until it has stiff peaks. I think our peaks are getting stiff, but I stopped it because I want to work on the next step while this is stiff peaking. I think it's about there actually. So I've got 2 tablespoons of matcha powder in this bowl. Okay, and so I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of hot water to make a matcha paste. And I'm just simply gonna put this lid on and shake it up. I cannot shake this hard and hold my camera at the same time without making you go boogie-eyed. So I think those are stiff. I don't know. So look at my new bowl. I like my new bowl. So it does not tell us. It tells us that in the ingredient list we have Greek yogurt, but it doesn't tell us when to put it in. And it doesn't tell us, it just says the next step is to be blending the egg yolk. So it doesn't tell us that we have to take the whites and put them in another bowl. So I forgot to add the salt. So I just sprinkled some salt on there. Probably is not a good thing to put it on afterwards. Okay, so there's my whites. There's my yolks, and it said to put the remaining half of the powdered sugar in there. So I'm using my 4th cup, and I'm doing it 1.5 times. I don't know. Put it down. It says to cream this until it doubles in size. Well, I think that's double in size. I don't know. Now the recipe says the yogurt is to be used to neutralize the eggs. So I guess I'll put it in now. It's 2 tablespoons of yogurt, Greek yogurt. Put you in some little bit of protein. Oh wow, look at that matcha paste. That is thick. Okay, it says to put that in next. And then 1/4 cup of grapeseed oil, but I'm using just, I'm using extra virgin olive oil because I don't have any grapeseed oil on hand. and a half a cup of flour. That doesn't seem like a whole lot of flour for a cake. So I used this little bitty spatula to get out the matcha powder, and having it on the lid to scrape off was great. And I have it and the oil in, not the flour yet. Let's see what happens. I thought it would turn greener quicker. Oh, there, it's starting to turn green. Let's put the flour in. I guess you should do that when it's off. Just kind of sprayed everywhere. Looking good. So I took the mixer blades off and scraped them off and put them down in here. I'm probably going to scrape the edges, but the instructions say to stir in half of the egg whites, the stiff egg whites, and then it said fold in the other half. I tell you what, this recipe's full of shizzle. So if it turns out into anything good, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. I'm going to fold them both in. So by folding, I just mean kind of folding over. This is the second half, and it's kind of hard to fold it over while you're looking at your little phone screen. So I'm going to fold this over. So I sprayed my 2 very old, ugly loaf pans that work really well. The older stuff always does because it's seasoned. It's like the cast iron skillets. Gets seasoned. Anyway, I can tell you that dough tastes good. I tasted a little bit of it, so I'm quite impressed and anxious to see into the oven for 15 minutes at 400 degrees. Okay, I took the time to clean up my mess. Man, was it a mess. And now I'm going to make the filling, which we have 4 minutes left on the baking, but it says to chill this after you're done mixing it. So I have my mascarpone. I'm going to put it in. I don't even know if it's the right measurement, but it's all going in. Okay, the recipe calls for 300 milliliters of thickened cream. We don't have thickened cream that I know of. We have heavy whipping cream, so that's what I'm going to use. And this 1 cup is 250. So let's see where it comes out. So it seems to be about 1 1/4 cup heavy cream. And I'm going to finally be able to put away my powdered sugar, but we're going to drop in of a 1/3 cup powdered sugar, and my timer went off, so I took them out of the oven, and here's what they look like. They're supposed to cool, and doesn't that look interesting? Now the dough did taste good, and it did taste like matcha. You know, it takes much longer to cook when you have to stop to fill each spot. So this is a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of matcha. Well, I didn't read the directions. I was supposed to mix that matcha to make a paste with 2 teaspoons of water. So I'm just putting the 2 teaspoons of water in there, pinch of salt, and I'm going to mix it up. I have no idea what the consistency is supposed to be like, but I thought it wasn't thick enough. So I added another 1/3 cup of powdered sugar. I transferred it to a bowl to put in the fridge. It looks good and tastes good. It looks like I got more cream than I do cake. Well, the cake's not coming out. I'm gonna have to work at it. Into the fridge. Okay, I got them out. They look good. They're really thin. They taste good. I tasted a little bit off the edge that fell off. They're kind of thin, so I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to put this cake together. I'm gonna have to just get imaginative. So the instructions say to cut it into matching pieces. So I've got 3 3, 3, 3, and 3. The cream tastes great, but it's definitely not thick enough. I tried layering it, so I put some in here, and I'm adding more powdered sugar. This definitely tastes good, but it's not looking very pretty. And this original cream, definitely not thick enough. And I've thickened it, and I still don't think it's thick enough. At least it tastes good. It really looks funny. But I've almost finished off this, but look, a whole bowl full. I'm gonna have to come up with another cake, like a poke cake. Figure out something to do with that, because once you open up mascarpone cheese, you're supposed to use it within 3 days. But look, so we're gonna have a tea party. Yay! It looks better from this side. We're having a tea party. I can't sing. Isn't it pretty?
How are you doing? Maybe that's not the right approach.
We don't know how
I'm
to
not sure if I'm
approach it.
supposed to take this whole section or...
I think so.
Okay, well...
I'm gonna watch what you do first.
You gonna see what happens to me?
Yeah.
Here you go. Oh my, this doesn't look like it's gonna come out well, boys and girls. So here, we're gonna do this real fast. Zip!
Ooh!
man.
Beautiful!
You talking about me or the dessert?
Both.
Now I know we're making up stories. Yeah. Here
Try
comes
it.
some sunshine.
Try it.
Wow,
Tell me whether it's
sit and
good.
Really see what happens to me then, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. They say greens are good for you.
It's a matcha and mascarpone cheese layered cake. What do you think?
Well, one thing I can't say mascarpone.
You just did.
It's not bad.
I think it's good. Got flowers from the
So,
garden.
try again.
Okay, I gotta get mine.
Okay.
Mmm.
Okay, it's almost like a non-taste.
A non-taste?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's because you're used to really sweet things and I'm not. So for me, it's like perfect sweetness. I think that's
You
it.
talking
And I
about
like,
Chicago Bears and sweetness?
I think it does well turning it on its side. Oh, look, it all fell. But I love it. I like that you can still taste the matcha. That's my problem with wasting matcha in a lot of desserts, is that you end up overpowering it with other flavors and then you can't taste the matcha. So see if you can taste the matcha on your next bite.
You didn't stack your domino matcha up correctly.
I think I wouldn't do it that way again. I really like it. I love that it's light, that I can taste the matcha.
Yeah, it's really light and fluffy, airy.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know.
It's fantabulous, actually. I really like it, except for
I'm gonna have to Google that phrase.
I think what I would do would be to go ahead and maybe just only do 2 stacks because they fall over, and then, I don't know, try stacking them and putting all of the cream in between and then refrigerating it and then cutting it.
Yeah, that might be a good thing.
Mm-hmm. And only have 2 layers.
Then your earlier suggestion of a la mode.
Mm-hmm. But we didn't have ice cream. Mm-hmm.
That is shame.
It's really good. It's pretty.
It's quite good, actually, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eating with my hands and face.
Mm.
Showing most excellent technique, too, I might add.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I could make this again and perfect it a little bit more because we ended up with too much cream, which I got one idea for. And
I hope I don't come out looking like Santa with that one idea.
and yeah, I'm having fun. We each took a second slice because we haven't had dinner. I always have dessert first. But I wanted to show you how I sprinkled some matcha on the top. I think if I did this again, I like little bite-sized pieces. So I think it'd be fun to, you could put them in a glass and, you know, put the cake and then a little bit of the mascarpone matcha cream in between little bits and pieces of the layers, and then you wouldn't have to make the cream thicker.
Mascarpone matcha under glass.
Or just figure out how to make some really little bite-sized pieces with just 2 layers. Almost, if you could do it, you could cut those layers and make them even thinner. Okay, dear, go ahead, sing it again.
I want you to want me.
That wasn't what you said.
I need you to need me.
He was singing hot tea in the city.
Hot tea in the city.
And then what did you say for the second line?
For the second line, second made-up line. Drinking wild and looking pretty.
Drinking wild and looking
Hot
pretty.
tea in the city. Ooh, yeah.
My flowers are so pretty from my yard against my teal door that I love. With my teal teacup. So we have all this cream left that we have to eat within the next few days. So one of the things I thought I'd try is we have these ladyfinger cookies that are store-bought. And he's gonna try dipping one.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try.
No offense, but I'm a little hesitant about green cream.
It could be, it's kind of deceiving, isn't it? It could be mint or
Yeah, it
avocado
or it could be something altogether bad.
But I've got these small glasses, so I'm gonna like layer ladyfinger and cream in them for a dessert for tomorrow night. So go ahead.
All right. You got 911 on backup on there, right? Trying to get the right angle. There you go. Oh my goodness.
And it drip off some. Oh, that's look pretty. Like, I wonder if you, because like you can take ladyfingers and dip them in chocolate and then refrigerate them, and it would have that chocolate cover on the end and make a really good party thing.
Especially if you dip them in chocolate, there'd be chocolate on the end, yes.
He likes chocolate.
This is a non-chocolate thing here going on.
Go try it.
All right, it's like it's got a little cap on it now with a little thing.
See if you like it any better.
All right, here we go.
He liked the other dessert, but he just didn't like the texture of it because it was more like angel food cake, and he doesn't care for the texture of angel food cake. So what do you think?
I think I like the cookie.
But not the dip?
It's not bad, but there again, there's a texture thing going on for me here.
Well, then you're going to love the ladyfinger and cream dessert I'm going to make.
Okay, so I don't do anything offensive on the
No, okay.
other end, just to make sure
No double dipping.
this is correct.
You,
Oh, man.
you do see that he did like it enough to dip again. It's just a texture thing for him. He's funny about textures. He won't eat certain foods. He's laughing about something. I wonder if he's gonna take a sip because he needs to wash down the
That is a lot of cookies.
whatever's in his mind. Okay, so look at all the cream we still have left. I put 3 cookies in each cup, and then 3, gotta clean them up, 3 scoops, small spoonfuls in between each layer. And then I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator and hope that the ladyfingers soak up the cream and make them soft and yummy. And with that, We don't want dinner. I didn't even have the ladyfinger cookie. I just decorated. Oh well.
Say goodnight, kids.
Say goodnight.